Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy X-Ray. Today for you guys, we're going to be pretty much covering the new leveling update that dropped in a Rise crossover this weekend. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alrighty, so starting off in the new features and systems added into the game. So guild donations can now be accepted in the conversion format. So I'm assuming what they're saying is, like, let's say I got a quillion right here, right? Or quadrillion. We're gonna go over to the guild. We're going to go to upgrades here. When we go to upgrades now, I believe what you could do is you could put this, you can just do 1, and then you could do QA, and then once you do that, it would add 1 QA. Exactly. And then you would successfully add 1 QA for that. Okay. So that's how that works now. You have the ability to do that, which is a little bit easier for people to understand, because a lot of people was just, for me, I would just type it in like 20 numbers and then I would just freaking go from there. So that's what I was doing the whole time. But now that we have the ability to actually pick and choose what we want to do, so let's say I got 70 QA, this should take everything, and then we're gonna boom, boom, yep. Bam. Now we're broke. Yep. So that is nice. That is a well-adjusted ad. I will definitely take that. It will definitely help me realize what I'm doing. Because like I said, I was just holding the number down, like 20 numbers, until it took it and just put whatever it is it was in. The thing that they did was, when a dungeon spawns, it will now show you exactly where it is. So we're going to go ahead and take a look really quickly. The dungeon spawned in Lucky Kingdom. So we're going to go over to Lucky Kingdom, and you can kind of see it already from here. It's like a little blue pillar, and I'll show you guys when I get there even closer. All right. So essentially, every single time a dungeon spawns now, it will be essentially pinged with this beacon right here, letting you know exactly where it is. So this is a really good way to keep track of it. It was very hard over in like Brum, because of the way that the texture of the snow is and the color of the portal. You really couldn't see where this is, and you still might not be able to see it over in Brum because it's blue. I feel like maybe they should have just made this like yellow or something like that, so you can really know where it is. But I guess they were just kind of going based off of the color of the gate. But it's okay, it's whatever. I appreciate them adding that. It helps find it when you really need it, or you're just stuck looking, or maybe it's a new island in general and you just can't do nothing about it. Next up, the gems and cash products that are in the shop can now be converted to what your ranking is, if I'm not mistaken. So they do scale up based on ranking now. At first, the currency in the game, this was not quillion. This was like I think it was like 100 million. This was the highest you can get, and it was still like the same amount of Robux. So I'm assuming now once you get higher rank, you'll be able to get better opportunities. This is okay, but I really wouldn't spend Robux for this when you could just grind the game. I mean, personally, I mean, obviously you can use tickets, but I don't think you would want to use your tickets for cash packs. I mean, I guess you could, but I wouldn't do it. So that's been added as well. Also, if you gift anyone any of that cash, the cash will scale with their rank, so you have to be aware of that. You can't be an N rank thinking that they're going to get N rank rewards. They're not going to get N rank rewards. They're going to get whatever rank that they are. So that you just got to be aware that if you're gifting someone that amount of money or currency. Another thing that they recently added is, now that they added the ability for all of the dust to go up to 3k. 3k is a crazy amount. So we can now hold 3k dust, which is very, very useful. I have no idea why don't they just go ahead and just make this 9,999 and just cap it off there. I think every item in the game, personally, in my opinion, should just cap off of that. The runes and all of that stuff are fine at 10, but stuff like this, the dust and stuff, just let us keep stacking it. It shouldn't be no reason why we even get capped at here. Just give us 99999. 4 nines. That's all you got to do. That's literally it. There should be no reason why we have to wait for an increment update for amount of dust that we hold. Just make it 999. You'll never have to update it again for a good little grip, and then you just have people save up their dust. They're gonna save up dust regardless. That's just the way people play games. They hoard stuff. So yeah, you just got to be aware of that. So next, we're gonna talk about the relic system that they added into the game, which is essentially a buff system that you can give yourself. You can only get these from dungeons, castle, and Deju. Essentially everything that is on a time limit. If it has a timer and it starts at a certain time, that is where you get the relics and you can farm up relics. Relics can be done with different things. They can be things to give you shadow damage. You can get shadow level increase. This will not increase the level cap, but it does raise the shadow level. So I'm assuming if you got like a level 80 shadow and you just got it, you can probably raise the level cap or something on that. I'm assuming that's how it works. I don't think that's a really good relic, but we'll see how that works in the future. You can get a drop chance relic, which is the same thing as the loose aspect, so you even have better chance of farming more stuff now. So relics have increased and made the farming game better, and I will be making more farming guides soon. Weapon damage, and then you can also get different rarities of the relic. The relics can go from E rank all the way to SS rank, with SS rank being 120% effective. So that's really good, especially when you're doing something like a rise luck or something like that. It would be absolutely insane, or drop chance. So that's really good in terms of farming, but obviously you would have to get lucky and get the correct relic. Hopefully later on in the game they do allow a way for you to buy the relics. I do not see anywhere in the patch notes here where you could buy relics, so maybe at some point in the time we'll have like a relic shop where we can buy a few of them, kind of like how we do for the runes in the guild hall. So yeah, that will definitely be something that to look out for and start to collect as well, and keep in your account to maybe give yourself a higher chance in the Infernal Castle to get G rank characters, or maybe you want to get some of the newer characters in a dungeon when a new island spawns or whatnot. They also introduced changes to the Infernal Castle and dungeon changes. So castle drops have been buffed once again, so it's just going to get even better farming for those of you who've been struggling to get decent weapons or decent enchantments because of RNG or whatever the case is. You have now been granted even more dust from the castle. The castle now requires a ticket to join again, so if you're doing it, it will require you to use a ticket in order to do it. Next up, we're going to talk about the leveling bar here. We have now been giving a stat bar, which we can increase our player stats along with our shadows. You will get XP based off of what dungeon you're doing, what type of dungeon it is, and the rank of the dungeon. So you get XP by clearing dungeons and doing the castle. Every time you level up, you get a 1% shadow damage buff, and then the max level, of course, is level 100. Skill points, every level will give you +2 skill points. Each stat can hold up to 100 points, so you're going to be pretty decent in terms of what you want to do. Later on down the line, we can see how people build their characters and whatnot. Obviously, you can reset your stats and stuff like that, so you can test out different things later on. But I kind of want to test out a lot of stuff, and this gives a little bit more variety to some of the content creators in terms of like what they're building and how they're building it. And also this helps newer players as well get to certain power levels that they could not get in areas by themselves. A lot of people do play this game kind of solo, so it sometimes is hard to do a dungeon or something like that. So yeah, you just got to be aware of that and pay attention to stuff like that. Of course, getting the level system in the game was something that a lot of people really wanted for a long time, so I do appreciate them for adding that into the game. So yeah, I really do appreciate that. Like I said, just try to do as much damage as you can in some of these dungeons. You want to kill as many enemies as you possibly can, and like I said, that's going to give you XP. Leveling up is going to be the main goal for a lot of people right now, especially over this week. Whoever hits level 100 first has probably been grinding the game non-stop. I hope it's like a really good grind to level 100. I hope I don't get it in like a day or so, you know what I'm saying, like that. But yeah, man, you just, you know, kill stuff in the tassel, you know what I'm saying, you do what you do. I'm in here just trying to see if I can get her to pop real quick. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next part of the update, which includes the new island. But before we fully talk about this new island right here that I am on now, we're gonna go ahead and talk about what was in the AFK reward. So to this time they ended up adding a dragon, a baby dragon, into the AFK rewards. Developers, please, can we rotate this camera? If we can rotate the camera when we're, I know you guys are using this to like guide us, but can we please rotate the camera on our flying mounts? I would love to see what this looks like in game, in person, me, without somebody else having to have it. Absolutely. But we got a baby dragon there. I can show you guys the picture inside of the actual mounts here. It's a flying mount. It's not, you really can't tell like from the picture here because, you know, we can't see the freaking flying mounts without somebody else having them. But yeah, you can get that. They also added the two more dual blades as well. I'm thinking the theme of this game is going to be dual blades for the skins, and I understand because it's Jinwoo, but I kind of don't want it to always be twin blades or whatever the case is. But we got the twin cruciform blades now, and then we have the Wesley G that has been now added into the AFK rewards. So that is there if you guys would like to try to get those and attempt to add those to your collection as well. And now we're gonna go ahead and move on into the last and not least part of the update, the brand new island. We are here on the XY. What is it? Yeah. What is it? Is it XY? Make sure I'm saying it right. Let's go to index. Pretty sure. Yeah. XZ City. We're here at XZ City, and we have this is the One Punch Man inspired island here. We got Ryder, we got Cyborg right here that everybody's farming up. This is the farming spot right here for right now, from what I've been seeing. And then they have Blizzard as well. She actually has like a version up here. I don't know why it's just one up here. I was just walking around the city and I was like, I'm gonna see what's up here. She's just up here chilling. So I guess that was like a little Easter egg they wanted to add, or whatever the case was, me maybe, or whatever it was. But yeah, that is the new island here. Of course, the final one for the island is, I believe, Saitama. Saitama is the main boss, so that is very good. I low-key thought it was Goro because they changed the image to a Goro picture, and I was gonna get super excited, but nope, it was Saitama in there, and I'm not super excited no more, but it's okay. We'll end up getting it at some point anyway. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below once again for your Roblox username and what game pass you guys would like to win. Other than that, it's been your boy X-Ray. See ya.